they enjoy our food.
And Yeiwoo has its unique hustle and bustle.
I spent most of my first year in China learning Chinese.
I hope to do my best to help China.
We sell more than 15,000 items covering.
We love Yeiwooo.
I used to be a professional football player. Now I own my own restaurant.
Hello, hi.
My name is Özcan. I am from Turkey and I run a Turkish restaurant in Yeiwooo. Why did my career change so drastically? In 2008, I got injured. I couldn't continue to my football career. My brother suggested me to open a Turkish restaurant in China. I took a year off and thought seriously about my strengths are. I learned management skills when I was a part of a football team. Regardless of whether I am managing a football team or a restaurant, I believe I can do a good job. I am also willing to make new friends. It doesn't matter how much money I can earn. What matters is how many people can come to my restaurant and making them feel at home. At the moment, around 500 to 1,000 customers come to my restaurant every day. Eyvallah, sağ olun, teşekkür ederim, sağ olasın.
I feel so happy. The most important, they enjoy our food.
I want to ask you one question. Why did you choose to come in Yeiwooo?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think those who desire success should come here to try their luck. Yeiwooo is a place that's full of surprise. Actually, since I come to Yeiwooo, I have been exploring my new identities, not only as the boss, but also as a spokesman of the Turkish cuisine. You want the ice cream? Take. Okay. Oops. I give you 2. For the past few years, business wasn't very good. I was thinking what to bring to China. Coffee, not good idea. What about the ice cream? My wish is to be able to bring a taste of authentic Turkish ice cream to the Chinese people. So I have a fresh, nutritious goat milk specially shipped from there. Not only I do bring an ice cream, I also bring the authentic Turkish cuisine. Now I have a Chinese chef working in my restaurant. We combine the Turkish cuisine with the Chinese characteristics, and the number of the customer is going up day by day. And 80% of them are Chinese. I come to Yeiwooo to share the food, and the Yeiwooo inclusiveness and openness made my sharing meaningful. Nowadays, my ice cream is popular not only in Yeiwooo, but also in Shanghai, Guangzhou, Chengdu, Xinjiang, and so on. I hope that in the future, through the Yeiwooo Xinjiang Europe freight train, I can import more authentic ingredients, and more people can taste Turkish cuisine. Before coming to Yeiwooo, my wife and I had just gotten married. We felt uncertain about our future in this faraway place. But now we can proudly say that we are citizens of Yeiwooo. The education my wife received was pretty international. After coming to China, she helped me with my business in Yeiwooo. She helped me a lot. Now we have 2 lovely daughters. She is Zelal and she is Delal. They both attend to private school in Yeiwooo. Their first language is Chinese. You means home.
鹅鹅鹅，曲项向天歌，白毛浮绿水，红掌拨清波。
Do you know who wrote this poem?
The loving one's great point from Yeiwooo.
Wow, that's great. Really, I love it.
Yeiwooo wasn't well-known place when I first come here. My friends would curiously ask me, where is Yeiwooo was, and why I come here. But now look. Now they think I have made the right choice. Yeiwooo changed a lot, you know. And as the city developed,
So have I.
When I got off the plane, the first impression I have of you was that it's a little grey. Slowly, I was adapting with the support of who is now my wife. I'm Jesus from Spain, a colorful country. When I was in university, I met the girl who changed my life.
我比他早1年毕业，离开西班牙的那一天，他对我说，他会1年后的同一天来找我。
In 2014, I came to you as I had promised a year before. At the time, the city was completely unfamiliar and new to me. It was that year that the first train to run from EU to Europe via Xinjiang began operating. Since then, a cargo train route had been established, connecting EU and it just as how in Chinese folklore the Chinese god of marriage, U.A.E, used ribbons to tie couples together.
And just like that, we have tied our love together and settled down in Yeiwo.
Spain is a hot place full of wild people, but I found that Yeiwo has its own hustle and bustle, and the people are very open-minded.
From the prosperity of the smart commodities market in EU, I have found innumerable hidden opportunities for business.
Even though I couldn't speak Chinese or English, I decided to work hard with her here.
We tried different jobs at first, teaching Spanish, getting involved in the sport business, and after scrapping some savings together, we began our import business. My forefathers were all involved in the wine business, so I am determined to bring Spanish wine to China in order to continue our family tradition and to let our Chinese friends taste authentic Spanish wine.
I'm in charge of connecting Spanish businessmen.
我负责找到中国代理商，
We make a good team.
合作愉快。
老何、小杨，时间到了，该上播了。
来了。
Coming. 摩纳斯特不会设也不会算。大家好。
欢迎来我们的直播间。
For my stream, I'm not only a host, but also a chief and a foodie who introduces Spanish ham, sausage, cheese, and olive oil to my audience.
In EU, live stream based e-commerce is really booming. Saying this made me once again realize how vibrant the city is.
我们的西班牙红酒、西班牙火腿都是通过运输过来的。我们的1年的进口额大概是25个柜子。
From starting at 2 or 3 containers a year, we now import and export a total of around 60-70 containers worth of goods, which is worth around $3 million. And now, with the buzz brought by live streaming based e-commerce, I believe that we can continue to expand the scope of our business in the near future.
今天的直播就到这里，再见。
再见。
Now, my wife and I have settled down in EU, and we have a son almost 3 years old. When I meet my relatives in Spain, I talk to them over video chat. At first, my family had doubts about my decision to come to EU, but I told them that there are plenty of opportunities here, and because we are young, we should be willing to try new things. So they supported our decision.
我是一家人前几年来到中国，我们也在那个周边玩了一圈，然后我们一家人也到西班牙办了开心。
Our family members have got high opinions of China because of their last trip. Now our Spanish wine and ham have won recognition here, so they feel very proud too. When I first came to EU, I feel that the EU-Xinjiang Europe train was like Australia red ribbon. Now the train has become more significant in my eyes, for it carries our products, connect the world, and bears witness to the Chinese dream of numerous foreign business people. More importantly, it is a superb example of practicing Xi Jinping's remarks about connecting the heart of peoples and uniting the world together.
Hello everyone, my name is Alex and I'm from Finland and now I'm Yeiwo. Why do I say so? Let me tell you. I used to work as an interpreter and I traveled to many places until one day my friend who did international trade told me, you must come to Yeiwu as China is the future. And so Yeiwu became not only the first place I came to in China, but also came to be the place I call home. You might ask me about the reasons why I stay in Yeiwu. Hi, Jim! I've always thought that the people of Yeiwu are very kind. They are rich but humble. They might be millionaires or billionaires, but they are still dressed in ordinary clothes and go to ordinary restaurants just like you and me. Oh, by the way, Santa's workshop is not in Lapland, it's in Yeiwu. I have to admit that Yeiwu is small, but well organized. It can be called the supermarket of the world. So every time I hear people say, so you come from Yeiwu, I feel very proud. So why I'm bold enough to claim that I'm a Yeiwanese? Look, I'm a son-in-law of Yeiwu. My social media persona is that of a comedian, but I have another identity which makes me refrain from being too audacious. Finland has ranked as the most environment-friendly country on more than one occasion. It aims to be a carbon neutral by 2035, and it aims to do this by planting trees, promoting renewable energy, and so on. By doing this, the country's carbon emission will be fully neutralized. The Finnish people strongly believe in this policy. I started getting involved in technology and innovation 6 years ago. I hope to do my best to help China with its rich natural resources to transition towards using renewable energies to contribute to environmental protection. To realize this dream, my daily work as a manager is to build a bridge between China and Finland, importing environment protection facilities to cities like Beijing, Shanghai, and Shenzhen, cutting the proportion of coal in the energy structure, using hydrogen, wind energy, and ocean energy instead, and sending them to numerous factories and households. This is a new industry. I can benefit a lot when business is good. But I think contributing to the future of sustainable development is more important than making money. I have a plan. I would like to introduce China to the world as a new norm on social media, and also bring the world to China as an influencer at the same time. In Yeiwu, I'm also in charge of WeShare Club with my friends in an effort to encourage foreigners in Yeiwu to share their views and enabling me to understand what they think and feel about China. Sometimes investors from Europe encounter difficulties after coming to China because they do not understand the Chinese way of thinking and culture. However, as an influencer who has been living in China for many years, I'm able to help them to immerse into Chinese culture. They don't know about China, but I want all the world to love China and to know that China has made great contributions to the world. Every time I go back to Finland, I express my opinion publicly. China is not our competitor, but partner. At the same time, I'm very confident in China's Generation Z. Whenever I talk about carbon neutrality or concepts like this with them, they fully understand and are willing to put them into practice later on. I often think of myself as not merely a bridge to import Finnish environment protection facilities to China. More importantly, I'm sharing beautiful stories of China with the rest of the world.
The last that's like 100,000 pieces, okay? Oh, I see, okay. We sell more than 15,000 items covering party supplies, stationery, home decoration, hardware, tools, DIY items online.
I'm Christian, a co-owner of Yeowo Plus.
I have witnessed it grow from a small office of 3 to 5 employees to today's scale. We also managed to be ranked among the top 10 Amazon sellers a few years ago. You might feel like we sell all kinds of goods, but in fact, it's only a small portion of all these small commodities sold at the Yeiwo International Trade Market. We set up our company in the US in 2013, and in 2014 we came to Yeiwo, the world's hub of small commodities, to open our first office in China. We realized that this place is ideal for people who engage in international trade, so we moved our company to Yeiwo. We were correct. Thanks to its favorable business environment, our team is able to grow. Every year, we purchase and develop a few thousand new products. With a great variety of commodities and its fast delivery, Yeiwo International Trade Market is well prepared for its international trade. Every year, we ship about 1,500 containers of goods, among which 95% goes to the US, 5% goes to Europe. We were able to reach a sales volume of $220 million. Accordingly, we expanded our offices from Yeiwo to Guangzhou and Hong Kong. We also expanded our warehouse in Los Angeles, as we were running out of space in our old facilities. Yeiwo is a fun city. The streets are always crowded, and foreign businessmen from all over the world live in Yeiwo or visit the city. However, I also know that such a prosperity is hard-earned. It is said that in China's earlier years, when people were impoverished, locals in Yeiwo had to go to the streets and villages trading chicken feathers for sugar. While making a small profit, they were brave enough to break new ground. By doing so, they gradually enlarged the scale of their businesses. Therefore, I share a common destiny with the city. I take every minute to catch up with the latest information of the market. I have lots of detailed talks with my team and always find and develop more good quality products for our company. In this way, I believe I have learned a lot doing business with Yeiwo merchants. People in Yeiwo are always generous in sharing their opportunities and wealth. That's one of the reasons that the city attracts business people from all over the world. I'm also very happy to live here.
Shower? Do you want to play?
Work hard and play hard. That is my motto, for which I strive to have a work-life balance. I made many friends here from other countries. Like me, they came to Yeiwo to start their businesses and appreciate the opportunities Yeiwo has to offer. Actually, I'm very attached to the city. Hello. Hi, come. So good to see you. How was your day? Years ago, I met my fiancé in a wedding supply shop when I was looking for new products in the market. We had an instant connection, started dating, and moved in together. We both work hard, but take every chance we get to travel in our free time. From then on, I have found a real home in Yeiwo. In my mind, Yeiwo does pave my road of fortune. Hundreds of thousands of small commodities start from here and go all around the world. Cross-border e-commerce is thriving. But more than that, Yeiwo also brings me a new lifestyle and lets me interact with many different cultures.
你好，请问一下，图书馆在哪儿？
从那边。
哦，这边。好，谢谢。再见。My name is Mika, and that was the first Chinese sentence I ever learned.
Now I'm an entrepreneur and doing business in Yeiwo. Talking about why I wanted to learn Chinese, I recall a family reunion when a couple of my cousins who are doing business in China came to our home. After hearing them speaking Chinese for the first time, I realized how nice the language sounded.
So I made a decision I was going to learn Chinese.
To improve my Chinese, I would go to library to study every day after class. I also actively participated in the free Chinese classes given by the community on weekends. Through my continued effort, I passed the HSK level 5 and took part in various activities such as China exploration, dream trip in Zhejiang, and the reciting competition of Chinese classics by university students in Zhejiang province, from which I benefited a lot.
Because of this, I know that I made a right choice.
I was born in Kyrgyzstan. In our country, a child is grown up and becomes independent at the age of 18. I was no exception. I started living independently whilst at university. So when I came to China, I managed to adapt very quickly.
I spent most of my first year learning Chinese. Once I started to speak fluently in Chinese, I began to wander around the market.
I like to keep myself busy, so I visited almost every stand on every floor of Yeiwu International Trade City. When a Ukrainian friend asked me to look for some goods, I readily agreed to help. Warm-hearted as I was very paralyzed when faced with a huge variety of accessories in terms of material and quality. Finally, under the guidance of my friends and the patience of the sellers, I gradually grew from a novice into an expert and became familiar with many experienced merchants in the market. Among Yeiwu's commercial atmosphere, I started my own expert company of accessories, thanks to a female boss with taste and a great variety of commodities. My business is good.
After my clients send me their requirements, I go to merchants in the market for the right goods. These ladies are very responsible.
If I receive negative feedback with regards to quality or style, they would look for better goods and replace the products to make sure the clients are satisfied. The Ukraine client who turned to me for help is now a big client of my company. The Yeiwu-Xinjiang-Europe cargo train, which runs through Russia and Ukraine, has become the best way to transport our goods. I only need to confirm the goods with the merchants and place an order, and not long after they appear in the shops in Russia and other countries.
The supply does not meet the demand there. Every year, more than 30 containers worth of the goods are exported.
Being in the line of export business and dealing with people all around the world, I constantly need to adjust to other people's working hours. However, I still manage to make time for and to challenge myself. While studying at Yeiwu Industrial and Commercial College, I performed a traditional Chinese dance as part of a group as a way of deepening my understanding of Chinese culture. Not only did I learn more about Chinese culture, I also gained a new hobby. At the same time, I am also a big fan of cycling, through which I discovered the beauty of Yeiwu and the areas around it. These days, I play tennis every day. Not only does it keep me loving life, it also keeps me physically fit and helps me keep up with the fast-paced life of Yeiwu. After coming to Yeiwu, I have become an enjoyer of Chinese culture, an entrepreneur, and a better person.